You know that feeling when your calendar is completely packed? You're running from meeting to meeting, your to-do list is a mile long, and yet somehow you're still bored out of your mind? Yeah, me too. It's like being stuck in traffic. You're technically moving, but you're not actually going anywhere. Today, we're diving into this weird paradox: why being busy doesn't automatically equal feeling fulfilled, and more importantly, what you can actually do about it. So picture this. It's Monday morning. You wake up, check your emails before you even brush your teeth, already 17 new messages. You rush through breakfast, sit through back-to-back Zoom calls, reply to Slack messages, attend that meeting that could have been an email, meal prep for the week while listening to a podcast at 1.5x speed, and collapse into bed at 11 p.m. wondering, what did I even do today? Your schedule was full, but your soul? Pretty empty. Here's the thing. Most of us confuse motion with meaning. We think that if we're busy enough, we must be doing something important, right? Wrong. It's like running on a treadmill. Sure, you're sweating and your legs are tired, but when you step off, you're still in the same spot. The real culprit here is what I call zombie mode. You know when you're scrolling through your phone, switching between apps without actually reading anything? That's zombie mode. But it happens with our entire lives too. We go through the motions, answering emails, attending meetings, doing chores, but we're not really present. We're just there, existing, like a very tired, very caffeinated robot. And here's where it gets interesting. Psychologists have found that what actually makes us feel alive isn't being busy, it's being engaged. There's this concept called flow, where you're so absorbed in what you're doing that time just disappears. Ever spent 3 hours working on a project you love and it felt like 20 minutes? That's flow. Ever spent 20 minutes in a meeting that felt like 3 hours? That's the opposite of flow. That's suffering. Think about it like this. You could spend your Saturday doing 10 different things: laundry, grocery shopping, cleaning the bathroom, organizing your closet, meal prepping, and feel exhausted but weirdly unfulfilled. Or you could spend 3 hours painting, or building something, or having a deep conversation with a friend and feel energized despite being tired. Same amount of time, completely different experience. The difference? One set of activities you chose because you wanted to. The other set chose you. When you're constantly doing things because you have to, because someone expects you to, because that's what adults do, your brain starts to check out. It's like being forced to watch a movie you didn't pick. Even if it's not terrible, you're just not that into it. But when you choose the movie, suddenly you're leaning forward, emotionally invested, telling everyone about it the next day. Here's another trap. We've become obsessed with optimization. We try to squeeze productivity out of every single moment. Listening to educational podcasts while we exercise, networking during lunch, answering emails while watching TV. We're terrified of wasting time. But here's the plot twist. Sometimes the most meaningful moments come from doing absolutely nothing productive. Some of my best ideas have come while I'm just staring out the window, doing dishes, or taking a long walk without my phone. Because my brain finally had space to breathe, to wander, to actually think. When you fill every second with tasks, you don't leave room for the good stuff, like creativity, reflection, or just noticing that the sky is a really pretty color today. So how do we fix this? How do we escape the busy but bored trap? First, audit your time like a detective investigating a crime scene. Look at your last week. How much of what you did was because you genuinely wanted to versus because you felt you should? Be brutally honest. That networking event you dragged yourself to, did it add value to your life, or were you just afraid of missing out? That 3-hour deep dive into organizing your digital files by color and emotion, was that meaningful, or were you just avoiding something else? Then start saying no. I know, easier said than done. But here's the thing. Every time you say yes to something that doesn't matter, you're saying no to something that does. You can't complain about having no time for hobbies if you're spending 5 hours a week on committees you don't care about. It's like complaining you're hungry while throwing away perfectly good food. Next, build in what I call purpose pockets. Dedicated time for activities that actually light you up. And I'm not talking about squeezing them into your calendar like you're trying to fit one more item into an already overstuffed suitcase. I'm talking about treating them like important meetings with yourself. You wouldn't skip a meeting with your boss, right? So why do we constantly skip meetings with our own interests? Maybe that's an hour every Tuesday evening for painting. Maybe it's Saturday mornings for hiking. Maybe it's 15 minutes before bed for journaling. Whatever it is, make it non-negotiable. Protect it like it's your grandmother's secret recipe. Also, and this is crucial, give yourself permission to do things badly. We're so obsessed with being good at everything that we avoid trying new things altogether. But guess what? Sucking at something is the first step to being kind of good at something. You don't need to be the next Picasso to enjoy painting. You don't need to run a marathon to enjoy running. Sometimes the point is just to enjoy the process, not to achieve some Instagram-worthy result. And finally, embrace intentional boredom. I know this sounds counterintuitive when we're trying to be less bored, but hear me out. Schedule time to literally do nothing. No phone, no TV, no tasks. Just exist. Sit with yourself. Let your mind wander. It's uncomfortable at first. Trust me, your brain will scream at you to check your notifications. But it's in these moments that you reconnect with what you actually want, not what everyone else wants from you. Think of it like defragging your computer. Remember when computers needed that? Your brain needs it too. All those fragmented thoughts and feelings need time to reorganize themselves. Look, life is too short to spend it feeling busy and bored at the same time. You deserve to feel excited about your days, to look forward to activities, to experience that I can't believe 3 hours just flew by feeling on a regular basis. So here's your homework. This week, identify one thing in your schedule that drains you and replace it with one thing that energizes you. Just one. See what happens. Because at the end of the day, the goal isn't to fill your time. It's to fill your life. And those are two very different things. Thanks for watching. Now go do something that makes you feel alive, even if it's completely unproductive. Especially if it's completely unproductive.